It is unfortunately something that I've always struggled with. Welcome back to Maria's Mama Chats. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about mood swings and anger. I feel like there's not a lot of people talking about it. It's something that I know affects a lot of women, but yet there's not a lot of direction other than go to therapy. Obviously, go to therapy if you need to go to therapy, but I felt like I didn't need to do that. It's something that I just needed to work on spiritually. I noticed it a lot in college, and that's actually when I started working on it. It was just very easy for me to complain and get upset about something that is just small. It didn't need to affect me as much as it did, but it did. And even then, sometimes it would just be random. I didn't know why I was feeling the way that I was feeling, but I was feeling angry, just like rage. I struggled a lot with this in my first trimester with him. It affected me a lot, mentally, physically, emotionally. I just did not feel like myself. It was just something that one day I just needed to say, I'm gonna work on this. And I did. Now, does that mean everything is perfect and I don't get mood swings anymore? Absolutely not. I think the worst of you comes out when you're having kids and trying to parent them. All of your flaws come out, and this is something that came out, and I said, I cannot do that. I cannot react the way that I used to my kids. I made it clear to myself and to my husband, I know we're Hispanic and they're okay with giving their kid a slap here and there, but I never want to do that. And so I knew that if I didn't want to do that, I needed to control my anger. There is no possible way the direction I was going was the direction to lead my kids to holiness. Kids are affected by their parents' moods, and I saw that so clearly. I started working on this in college, but when I had kids, it just came out a little bit more. And I noticed on my days that were really tough, my daughter would also have a very, very tough day. Not because I was being mean to her or anything, but she just picked up on my mood. And it was tough because you're trying to feel better, but then your child is also feeling like this. So then how are you supposed to support two people's emotions? And I knew I couldn't do that if I didn't work on it some more. I have prayed and prayed and prayed about this topic. Being a Catholic woman, I feel like there's not a lot of people that talk about this and not enough support out there for us, because I've talked to so many women that have expressed the same feelings, and women who have children now and also feel the same way and also struggle with anger and mood swings. And I mean, it's just so difficult. This is something that if you struggle with and you don't work on it, it's going to show in your kids. That's something that I wasn't willing to let happen. I do not want my child growing up with someone that they don't know if they're going to be happy one minute or angry in the next. I want my child to have a fun childhood, and I want her to be able to explore and do things without feeling like she's going to get in trouble for them because I'm not in the mood to handle that. So how did you fix it? I didn't fix it. I am still working on it, but these are the things that have helped me so far. I looked at myself and I basically treated myself like a child. If I'm struggling with my emotions, I need to start at step 1. We just need to know how to breathe sometimes. If I'm in a situation where I just feel completely overwhelmed, I just need to pause and breathe. Before I act or think or do anything, I just need to catch my breath. Step 2, learn how to be silent. I have a big mouth if you couldn't tell, and I have struggled with being silent. I just want to say something and say something and say something. I just need to learn how to be silent, listen, and just don't talk when I'm angry. If I'm going to say something that I'm going to regret, I better just keep my mouth shut. I would pray and pray and pray, Lord, help me think before I speak. Before I lash out or do anything, help me think before I speak. That helped me immensely. It gives me a second to pause, take a breath. How do I want this situation to go? Is it really that serious? Or can I just calm myself down for a second, step away if I need to, and come back and handle it? Now, with kids, there's times where you're just going to need to jump in there and fix it. For me, those are the hardest moments because I don't want to lash out. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to yell, but I need to stop what's happening right now before she gets hurt. I had to learn how to just go with the flow. Some things do not deserve my anger. With kids, you're going to get a lot of unknowns. You never know their next move. For example, my child loves water. I take her outside and all of a sudden I see she has stepped into her little pool of water, and has soaked herself, I'm not gonna get angry at that anymore. Maybe a couple years ago I would have gotten angry at that, but now I'm just like, well, she has a change of clothes. It's that simple. To just address things calmly, I need to be silent at first. Have that go with the flow mentality with kids. I used to be a control freak. I would like to control every little thing, and with kids, you can't. With marriage, you can't. I mean, you can try, but it'll eventually fail. Another big prayer that I have is, Lord, bring me tears instead of anger. It's okay for me to feel emotions. I understand that I need to, I'm human. But I do not want to be in a position where I'm going to yell at them, where I'm going to just lose control. I would rather be crying in front of them than be angry in front of them. I don't want them to remember me as an angry mother. I want them to enjoy their childhood and enjoy their life and be able to come to me with anything. And I know that if I don't control my anger, if I don't control my mood swings, they're not going to trust me as much as I would like them to. Finally, the last thing I have to say about this topic, what do I do when I am just so angry, breathing doesn't work, I just need to burn off this anger that's building up? I actually made a video about this recently on my TikTok. I think I posted it on all my platforms, but I know sometimes you just need to burn off that anger. If it's just building up and building up and building up and I just want to hit a wall, I need to go for a run. I just need to burn off that anger. And it works. Y'all, like, I look a little crazy. That particular day, I had marker on my leg. I really have marker on this couch from her. But I was trying to entertain my child and trying to do things, and she was just drawing on me with marker, and I was like, well, it'll be okay. It washes off. So I looked a little extra crazy. I was running with a double stroller. I packed up my kids in this double stroller, popped in my headphone to listen to my prayers, and I went for a run. It was just a mile. I'm not a great runner, but it helped so much with how I was feeling. I mean, yeah, I was tired after, but in my opinion, being tired is better than being angry. It was just a sacrifice that I was willing to make to pick up my mood. And so yeah, knowing yourself, knowing when you're at your limit, and knowing what you need to do next before you reach your limit is so important. And that is going to be the difference between you accidentally lashing out even though you didn't want to, and you being able to calm yourself down and get a much needed break before you get to that point. The last thing I'll say about this topic is prayer changes everything. If you ask the Lord to help you with this, He will not just leave you there abandoned. Sometimes it feels like He's not there. I mean, I'm guilty of telling Him, I don't feel you, I need help, where are you? But I promise you He's listening. He will help you if you let Him. You have to say yes, you have to be open to it, or nothing's gonna change. Give it all to the Lord and He will help you. And I just want to thank the person that actually left this comment on my TikTok. They told me thank you because they don't hear this topic talked about often, and that's actually what made me want to make this video. Because this is something that, for how many people struggle with it, it is not talked about often. Especially with my fellow Catholics and Christians. We are not perfect, we are human. We are meant to support each other and help each other in our struggles. We are not meant to walk this life alone, and so having a community, having friends and family that you can talk to about this will make all of the difference. My husband is my #1 support system, and he has always been such a calm person. When he gets angry, I'm shocked because he's just so chill. He has been so patient with me. For those of you that are married, communication is going to be key. Having a supportive spouse will make all the difference. So talk to your spouse, talk to your family, talk to your friends about this. This is something that it's really hard to do alone. I'm praying for all of you. I'm praying for your journey through parenthood. And I pray that this has helped at least one person out there feel a little less lonely about this topic.